Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Today is April the 25th, Wednesday, comic book night. I am very, very excited. I'm actually about to do a second comic book haul. I don't usually do 2 comic book hauls in a day, but I'm doing it today as we are anxiously awaiting the arrival of the end game. 2 days before the release of that movie, 48 hours before the release of the movie, and 24 hours before the sneak preview, which is tomorrow night, which I have tickets to go see. Hallelujah. Got them just in time before they all sold out. But anyway, right now, we're going to get into our second comic book haul for this evening. It'll be a kind of long, kind of short haul. I don't have a whole lot of books. I just decided to go ahead and do this because, of course, all this weekend I want to be in the movie theaters checking out that end game. And speaking of, before I get into the video, I just want to say this, is that I'm not going to do any reviews on the movie until I feel that everyone has actually seen it or had the opportunity to see it. Because just because some of you, including myself, may have the opportunity to see it this weekend does not mean everyone will. I mean, people have families, they have kids that might get sick, family members that might be coming out of town for whatever reason. Some people have to work. You know, there's different things that goes on in people's lives. And although most of the theaters are sold out throughout the country, again, it doesn't mean everyone is going to be or have the opportunity to be at the movie theater. Some people, like one of my best friends, work 7 days a week. You know, and that leaves little leisure time or any type of time for recreation. So I'm not going to do my review of Avengers Endgame until probably May, let's see, Free Comic Book Day is May the 4th. So maybe May the 5th, the day after Free Comic Book Day, because on Free Comic Book Day, I'm going to be in the comic book shops again, and I'm going to video record that as well. Whatever comic book shop I decide to go to. So I'm going to be covering that. So my review probably won't be until May the 5th. In saying that too, I first want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to my subscribers. I'm continuing to grow. I see daily. I'm hoping to finally get to that 50 mark and after that to 100. So please like and subscribe on my videos. I really appreciate all of you. But I do want to say too, I'm asking all subscribers and anyone who visits my channel, please do not post any spoiler related material to this movie. I will not do that, and any spoiler related comments I see will be deleted automatically. Okay. Let's just leave this movie enjoyable for everyone to see. All right, so here we go into the comic book haul. The first book you see in front of you is, and I've never seen anything like this before. This is fascinating, truly fascinating. This is the Mighty Thor 3D, Mighty Thor #1 3D. And it features Jane Foster on the cover. I think this is a reprint, actually, of Mighty Thor with Jane Foster when she once wielded Mjolnir and became Thor. And it actually has 3D glasses inside of it. I thought that was so cool. I haven't seen 3D glasses like this since the 80s. That is really very nice. So you actually get the chance or the opportunity to read a comic book in 3D. How cool is that, man? Anything to sell a comic book, I love it because I love comic books, definitely. What will we do without them? And the day that comic books become completely digital, I don't know if that's a world I want to live in. All right, up next to that, the continued run of the Fantastic Four, the Judgment of Doom. He's been introduced into the series finally. The arch nemesis of the Fantastic Four, the legendary Dr. Doom. All right, this is issue number 9 of that series, the world's greatest comic book magazine. I'm liking that cover too. All right. Next up, we have Riri Williams, Ironheart. I like that cover too. She looks like she's amazed at something or looking at something, and she's on college campus. And you can see her helmet looks like it's about to fall out of her bag, and she's unaware of what's going on. obviously because of something that is about to occur or happening right in front of her. And it looks like her comrades or her fellow students are unaware of the surrounding activities. And a bunch of birds, hope he doesn't poop on her, surrounding her head. All right, nice cover there. I love this cover, absolutely. Oh, that was, by the way, that was issue number 5 of Ironheart. Black Panther number 11 by the great writer Ta-Nehisi Coates. I always have a hard time pronouncing his name. Ta-Nehisi Coates from the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. I love that cover. That is beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. So you see the Panther God stepping out behind whoever this is. I don't think that's Shuri. Dig that. Nice artwork there. And the issue number 2 follow-up comic from the upcoming movie Spider-Man Far From Home. And I think I gave an incorrect date. I said that Spider-Man was coming out July the 12th. I think it's coming out before then. I think it's probably July the 6th or the 4th. It's coming out toward the beginning of the month. That I do know. So we'll have an accurate date as we get closer to the actual movie. But this is the book number 2 in the prelude comic for that particular film. Can't wait to see that. Spider-Man Far From Home. All right. And although I put on the caption, this is non-Avengers related, but we do have some Avengers books here. But this is part of the True Believers line. Nothing related to the film, just the comic books. Avengers Forever. Okay, and you have all the Avengers, it looks like, on the cover there, and the backdrop. And whoever this guy is, sitting here with a shirt on saying hot tuna. All right. And of course, I always remind subscribers that the True Believers books are only $1. Only $1. Okay. Here's Avengers True Believers Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, there's a big book coming out on the Guardians of the Galaxy series about Rocket Raccoon, written by Donny Cates. And I've seen it in the Marvel previews. And I'm actually going to do a video on the Marvel previews probably sometime next week too. And it's going to basically highlight all the exciting books coming out over this upcoming summer. And the very nice covers and stories that Marvel will be doing. They got a lot of cool comic books coming out for the Marvel preview, and that were shown in the Marvel previews. But more of that later as well. Let's continue on with this haul. Next up, as part of the War of the Realms series, here's Uncanny X-Men number 1. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an independent series from Uncanny X-Men itself, or the Uncanny X-Men books. But this is Uncanny X-Men as it relates to War of the Realms, and an epic series that has recently started under the Marvel helm, or Marvel label, of course. That's Wolfsbane right there, I believe, from the, what are they called? The New Mutants. And that's Magic right there. That might be Jubilee. And it looks like that might be Lady Sif, possibly. To my understanding, in an upcoming issue, Jane Foster will become one of the Valkyries. So that's either Angela, Jane Foster, or Lady Sif. I'm not sure. I'll find out, of course, once I read the issue. And this book here, I actually showed in the last comic book haul, but there's a reason why I included this book in this comic book haul. As I mentioned before about accessorizing your comic books, well, dig this. Dig, if you will, the picture of a symbiote engaged in a kiss. The sweat of his black costume covers you. Can you, my darling, can you picture this? Dig that. So here is a new Marvel short box, and I was waiting for this, anxious for this to come out, because I love the artwork on there. And as you can see, it's the same artwork as appears on the comic book. Spider-Man in his black costume. And behind him is Mysterio. Let's just move that a little further back there so you can see Mysterio in the background. Okay. And of course, Mysterio is going to be featured in the Spider-Man movie Far From Home. But what's even cooler, you turn the box around, you see the Spider-Man symbiote. This is I think a 5-part series that's going to start, 5 or 6-part series. But turn it around, and even more artwork. Dig that. And of course, some of you know who these characters are. It's Black Cat, who's about to start her own series, by the way. Move the camera up just a tad so you can see her. Smiling and laughing in fiendish jubilation. And, of course, Mr. Wilson Fisk, also known as Kingpin. All right, that is very nice. I love that. I love these short boxes. And I love the artwork on them. I'm not sure if I've ever indicated what the prices are for these. They usually range anywhere between $12 to $15.99, depending on the artwork of the box itself. I have several of them, but this is a good way of accessorizing your comic books, making them look cool, and keeping them nice, cozy, and protected. Let's take the top off here. You can see the inside of the box, just plain cardboard. See? That's all. But again, it's a good place to keep your comic books safe and make them look cool at the same time. And there's nothing cooler when you have matching comic book with matching short box. All right. One last thing I'm going to show you guys. And as I indicated, I'm not going to do anything, give away any spoilers as it relates to Avengers Endgame. But I did pick this up tonight. Now, this was shown in the trailer, so this is not giving away anything. All it is just Thanos sitting on his home planet of Titan, smiling fiendishly like the Black Cat was. And then you wonder, what the hell does he have to smile about after he's wiped out nearly all the life in the universe? And that was something that was shown in Avengers Infinity Game. If you have not seen Avengers Infinity Game, if you have not seen Avengers Infinity War, do not go see this film until you see Infinity War. It's really recommended that you've seen all of the Marvel movies, because it's not called Endgame just for no reason. There's a reason why it's called Endgame. If you have not seen any of the Marvel films, and they've had now about 21 films, you might want to check out those movies, which are very exciting and very, very enjoyable to watch before you see Endgame. But, of course, the events of this particular film take place after Avengers Infinity War. And I'm glad to say I really don't know anything about the film. I mean, beyond the comics, they change things up in the movies or make them different than what you see in the comic books most of the time. And I'm cool with that, as long as it's has a consistent flow of story, plot, and characters, which Marvel has been very successful at. This is the artwork from the movie, and it includes this slipcase. It's hard there. You can knock on it like wood. These cost usually about $50. I have several of these as well. They're nice and cool to collect for those of you who are comic book collectors, who appreciate artwork, and specifically artwork from the movies, or illustrations from the movies, or the artwork illustrations from the films. So Marvel comes out with these every time they come out with one of their big studio films. The next one, of course, companion artwork slipcase will be with Spider-Man Far From Home. So there you have it. That's it. That's all, y'all. And you can see there, Avengers Endgame. I am so excited for this film. I can't even express in words. And again, I just want to say, just as a reminder, please do not post any spoilers on my channel about the movie. I appreciate it. I appreciate all my subscribers. As always, hit the like button, share this video, tap that bell too so you can get more cool videos like this as I post them. This is my second comic book haul for the day of April 25th, on the eve of the premiere of Avengers Endgame. Okay, y'all, that's it. That's all. Peace, love, and hair grease.